Incredible and staggering amounts of rainfall across much of western Taiwan today. Some reports up to 800 millimeters of rain. And this very well could just be a precursor of what is to come across much of western Japan. Hi everyone, meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you on today, the 29th, going into the 30th of August 2013. I want to start off by showing you actually some photos out of western Taiwan, where, like I said, upwards of 800 millimeters reported in Changsha in the southwestern portions of Taiwan in the past 24 hours. Just absolutely absurd, incredible amount of rainfall. Numerous cars stuck out in these floodwaters. Obviously, you can see it right here. All the schools and businesses closed in southern Taiwan on a Thursday just due to the heavy amount of rainfall. Good news, I have not seen any reports of casualties at this time, but hopefully that does not change because of the floodwaters, and there's still a risk of mudslides. Over 200 mudslide and flash flooding warnings issued by the Central Weather here on Thursday. Now, this is the accumulated precip over the past 22 hours. So it was right around midnight. We almost got the whole day in here. Over 300 millimeters is in the light pink. 300 millimeters in itself is just an absurd amount of rainfall. But you can see here on the map from the Central Weather Bureau here in Taiwan that the heaviest rainfall is concentrated over a very wide area. Remember, we have the mountains right here in central Taiwan. Well, it does look like what happened is we had our storm system push off here towards the east of Taiwan. It pulled in that moisture, and well, it crashed right in those mountains, squeezed it out, and that is why in these areas, especially right along those mountains there, that is what we're just seeing these totals up to about 700 to 800 millimeters. So still a very dangerous situation and unfortunate. Going through the day on Friday, there's still a pretty decent risk of some more rainfall into northern Taiwan as that moisture continues to swoop out of the Taiwan Strait here. Actually, on this northern portion of this radar imagery, you can see where the center of circulation here is right now. It's actually well removed from where the heaviest rainfall is. If we go back to our satellite imagery, you can even see here on the visible before it turns in the night and that infrared comes up where the center is. It's just due north of Taiwan. You can see it spinning up right there, but all the bulk of the cloud cover is down here towards the southwest. That is because we have this vertical wind shear continuing to stream in from the northeast here, and that just blew all this off. It blew it out like a candle. Well, what's still going to happen is has a lot of energy with it, and it's going to pick up some moisture from this cold front diving in out of northeastern China over across the Korean Peninsula at this time. And when this happens, we're going to have a pretty big mess on our hands. We have that cold front coming in. It's actually going to be more of a stationary front by the time our storm starts to interact with it, but it's going to follow this kind of like water flowing down a hill right into this front and shooting off there towards the northeast. This is actually our daily satellite analysis from weathercaster Donis. He put this up, and it usually goes up every day, so please do go check it out on the website. Very detailed snapshot of what's going on across the western Pacific. You also have our Invest 92W out there, very weak TD, another TD just towards the east of the Philippines. These aren't going to see very much. I don't really expect much out of those. It's this right here, and as that continues to cruise off there into western Japan, we're going to have a pretty big rainmaker on our hands. Now let's start off, actually this is into Saturday. Let's continue to scroll back here by Friday night. Let's continue to scroll ahead and watch this storm system come in from the southwest. There it is right there. You can pull up the pressure even at the same time. We see that center of circulation. It's going to cruise in and run around Fukuoka. Actually, we have a lot of people watching from Sasebo. You're going to be hit with some pretty strong tropical storm strength winds into Saturday morning after this comes crashing ashore here. Well, really, a landfalling tropical storm, on the other hand, is not really what this is going to be. It's going to have that center of circulation come with it, but it's also going to be tailing in with that cold front off towards the north. So western Kyushu into western Honshu, rain totals possibly 50 to 80 millimeters an hour. That's what that's indicating right there in the orange. But in total, you can see about 200 millimeters also off there towards the north into the Hokuriku region throughout the day on Saturday. You see that moisture continuing to stream on shore into the mountains here. I think that all along the Sea of Japan coast, but especially really in these two areas, this area here and then off here towards the north of northern Honshu into the Hokuriku region, we're going to see some pretty significant and serious flooding. going through the day on Saturday and the Sunday. I don't say that all too often with confidence, but I think this scenario is going to play out. Scattered thunderstorms across the eastern seaboard. I know we had somebody in Ikuni asking if the weather is going to affect them. Yeah, you're probably going to see showers. And the other thing is when that storm, if we scroll back here into Saturday with those winds, these winds are going to be continuing to stream in from the south. We're actually seeing that across the southern Japanese islands right now. Well, I think it's going to be a little bit stronger in this area, and you could see tropical storm strength winds all along the southern seaboard of Japan here, all the way from portions of Kyushu, extending across Shikoku, and even extending off there towards the north, especially in the Kinki region. I think you're going to see some high winds come in there, especially right near the coastline. So with that said, yeah, there's going to be a big wind and rain maker across much of western Japan over the weekend, especially off there towards the north, the Sea of Japan side. The other side into Tokyo, scattered thunderstorms and showers on Saturday night into Sunday. But I guess by comparison, what's going to be seen in western Japan and also, well, obviously across Taiwan, no, we're not going to be seeing that much rainfall. So yeah, hopes go out to everybody out in Taiwan. Really some intense weather out there for you. We're going to continue to keep an eye on these other two tropical depressions. I don't expect too much from them. I know this one, it has a lot of convection flaring up in it, but the circulation is just too much drier inflow. But keep a very close eye on it in the coming days, because these low-level circulations, you never know this time of year, could get some sort of act together and really just surprise us all. So yeah, for now though, that is all. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay safe out there.